The old man shuffled into the courtroom, his hands trembling as he leaned on a weathered cane. No one looked twice. Just another elderly figure lost in a sea of suits and smartphones. But clutched in his hand was a crumpled envelope, its edges worn thin by time and hope. He scanned the benches, searching. His eyes finally settled on a young woman at the front, sharp suit, braided hair, voice like fire. The defense attorney, his granddaughter. He hadn't seen her in 16 years. She didn't know he was there. And when a bailiff approached him, whispering, "Sir, spectators to the back," he simply nodded. No resistance, no explanation. His name was Elijah Thomas. Once he was a civil rights attorney who marched through Selma, who'd been jailed for defending the voiceless in courtrooms where justice was just a word. But decades of silence had dimmed his legend, a falling out with his daughter, a missed funeral, pride turned into punishment. Still, he followed his granddaughter's career from afar. Every article, every victory. Today she was defending a boy facing life for a crime she believed he didn't commit. Elijah came not to interfere, but to witness, hoping to see himself in her. The trial began. The prosecutor pounded the facts, the evidence, the motive. The room leaned in. But when Maya stood, her voice didn't shake. Her presence filled the space with quiet steel. She called witnesses, dissected timelines, fought like her bloodline demanded justice, not vengeance. And from the back row, Elijah wept silently, not from pride alone, but from regret. He'd taught the world how to speak truth. Yet to his own family, he'd gone mute. Still, he sat, unseen, unknown, until a brief recess changed everything. Maya stepped into the hallway, tired but composed, and that's when a clerk, trying to clear space, nearly bumped into Elijah. "Move along, sir," he muttered. Maya glanced over, uninterested at first, until something, some instinct, froze her in place. The cane, the scar on his cheek, the birthmark she'd seen once in a photo frame long ago. "Wait," she said, her voice cracked for the first time all day. The hallway went silent. Elijah turned, uncertain. "Do I know you?" she whispered. "Not yet," he replied, eyes glassy. "But I've known you your whole life." She didn't move at first, neither did he. 2 generations frozen by pain and love unsaid. Then Maya stepped forward, not as a lawyer, but as a granddaughter. She wrapped her arms around the man who had missed everything, and somehow still mattered. Reporters looked away. Phones stayed in pockets. Some moments are too human to capture. And as she whispered, "You stayed," he replied, "I never left." When court resumed, Maya walked back to the bench not just as a fighter, but as legacy reborn. The jury saw it too, the fire in her, closing argument. But what they didn't see was Elijah in the back, lips moving in sync with hers, word for word. The verdict came. Not guilty. A gasp. A cheer. But Maya didn't smile for the cameras. She turned and found Elijah already rising, nodding slowly. The room watched as she stepped off the platform and walked directly to him. This time there were no guards, no whispers. Only truth standing tall in faded shoes. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. She reached for the envelope in his hand. Inside was a letter he'd written 14 years ago. "To my granddaughter, for the day she stands, where I once stood." She clutched it like armor, and the past, once so loud, finally fell quiet. That night, they sat on a park bench in the city she was changing, eating sandwiches and sharing stories too late, but not too lost. The world might not remember Elijah Thomas, but his granddaughter would. And through her, so would justice, because some heroes don't wear robes or capes. They sit quietly in back rows, holding on to hope with trembling hands. If this story touched you, Share it. Let someone know it's never too late to show up. And if you believe the world still needs more second chances, subscribe. Because redemption, like justice, should never go unnoticed. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail title, video description, or voiceover formatting for this story.